Allow your fingertips to go wherever's most comfortable for you. Allowing your hips to sink deep down into the heels below. And again, your arms can go wherever feels best for your body. Maybe it's extending them nice and long in front of you. Maybe it's taking the thumbs to the nape of the neck. I want you just to settle in right here. Slowing down. Bringing your way into the four corners of the mat. Giving your third eye, your forehead a little ruffle, shift side to side. Now take a long breath in, filling all the way up. Take that breath in through the nose, feeling it go down through the backs of the lungs. And then open up the mouth and let it go, release it. Again, taking that again, filling all the way up. Feel the belly press in between your inner thighs right here. Filling up. Open up and let it go. Taking one more, your deepest, your longest one right here. Filling up, hips sink deeper. Breath gets longer. Hold it at the top and then open up the mouth and let it go. Sigh it out, release it. Good. And now seal your lips. Start to draw the breath in through the nose, just as you did for the first few. But then as you exhale, keep it going through the nose. Start to feel it, start to hear it, as it warms up your body from the inside out. I want you to keep this breath throughout the next portion of our practice, allowing it to anchor you into the present moment, the four corners of your mat. Anytime your mind starts to wander, I want you to come back to this breath. And now if you haven't already, crawl your fingertips forward all the way towards the front edges of your mat. Feel the shoulders creep up towards the ears. And now push them down the length of the spine. So feel that active position. Feel the hips fall deeper down into the heels. Now keep your eyes closed and shift your way to a tabletop position. Take any sort of movement that feels good for your body. Maybe a few dips of the ribs, rolling them side to side. We will be taking cat-cow together, so you can take a few right here, or you can wait to do it together. Maybe even rotate your fingertips in all different directions, stretching, warming up through the wrists. And now when you are ready, rotate your fingertips back forward if they're not already. Puff up the space between the shoulders so you actively push your arms away from the mat beneath you. Now as you inhale, take your cow, tailbone high, heart goes forward. As you exhale, round through your spine, take your cat, ribs to hips. Again, inhale, push the heart forward. Exhale, hug it in, round and shake. One more time, inhale, send the tailbone high. And then as you exhale, round through your spine, hug the navel in towards the back. And now neutralize your spine. So extend the head forward, send the tailbone, pull your belly in. Now take your left palm and then rotate towards the side. So we're in a modified side plank right here. Shoulder is over that wrist, right heel is extended long back behind you. And now extend the heel towards the back of the room. So finding this balance challenge while not sinking down into the mat. Push up and away. From here, bend your right knee, take a hold of the top of the foot, and then start to kick into your hand. Spread the toes all the way to the webbing. Feel that head pull a little longer, and now instead of kicking into the hand, start to pull your right heel in towards your glutes to find a quad stretch. So now my heel is coming in towards that right side, lengthening my knee long back behind me. And then from here, extend the right heel long back behind you. Release the foot down towards the floor and then push up into a side plank position. Actively working through the left side of the body. Option to stagger, step, Or even lift the top leg as you start to fire up the core. And now release back down to your tabletop position. Knees come underneath the hips. We're going to take this to the other side. This time, right hand becomes your base as you rotate to the opposite side. Shoulders over wrists. Left heel now extends long back behind you. Then when you're ready, extend the heel up, lengthening a little longer to the back of that leg. When you are ready, bend the knee, take a hold of the top of the foot, and then start to press the top of the foot in towards that left hand. Again, spread your toes, feel that reach, that stretch. And now pull the left heel in towards the glutes, find that quad stretch. Enjoy that reach of the knee, extending long back behind you. And then extend the leg again, back out towards the back of the room. Release the heel down towards the floor. Push up into that side plank. Find that nice long line through the body. Lift the hips a little higher. And now instead of releasing down to a tabletop, we are going to shift to a full plank position. Shoulders underneath, shoulders over the wrist. And then take a few shifts here. Forward and back. Pull your belly in. Nice, you guys. Warming up. Now just hold right here. Always an option in a plank position to release down to the knees if you need to. If not, you find that nice long extension through the backs of the legs. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Paddle at the legs. Take a few twists of the toes, left and right. And now start to find stillness and center. Press your chest closer towards the thighs, tailbone a little higher to the sky. Now allow the gaze to go forward and then walk the toes to find their way behind the wrist, ragdoll pose. Grab for your elbows or even interlace the hands behind the back. Find that release, that decompression within your spine. Nice, you guys. Take a few little sways side to side. Good. Bending through the knees as much as you need. Now release your hands down towards the earth if you have not already. Allow the head to fall a little heavier right here. Heel toe the feet to touch with a bend in the knees and the eyes remaining closed. Roll yourself up to standing. Sagging the shoulders on top of the hips, giving yourself a big shoulder roll as you come up. Take a full breath in. Open up the mouth and let it go. As you inhale, blink the eyes to open, we lift mountain pose. I want you to lengthen the inner thighs up towards the midline, engage to the backs of the legs, and then drop the shoulders down. As you exhale, take a back bend. Lift your heart up towards the sky, lifting through the low back right here. And then as you inhale, come back up to standing, grow a little taller to the crown of the head, and then exhale, swan dive it down, or hands at heart center, your choice. Take a halfway lift, and then as you exhale, bend your left knee, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Take another breath in. As you exhale, forward fold. Take a halfway lift, lengthening here, and then as you exhale, bend your right knee, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Again, reach the fingertips up a little higher, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Take another halfway lift right here, and then surrender down. Inhale, lift up, mountain pose. Lengthen to the back of the legs. Take that back bend as you exhale. Find your mountain pose as you breathe in. Engage the back of the legs. Swan dive it down, hinge, and float forward. Take your halfway lift. Just bending through the left knee. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Again, reach up. And then exhale, forward fold. Find your halfway lift. Lengthen the heart forward. And then exhale, bend your right. Left arm lifts up, and then surrender down, forward fold. Take your lift, tailbone back, belly in. Forward fold one more time. Take your lift, mountain pose. Relax your shoulders at the top. Good. Take that back bend. Lift to the low back. As you find mountain, you breathe in and then swan dive it down, hinge, and release. Take your lift, heart forward, tail back. Bend your left knee as you inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend right. Left arm lifts. Surrender down. Take one more halfway lift. Now this time, step back into your high plank position. We've been here before. Now if you are skipping chaturanga or push-ups today, feel free to just stay as you are. If you are ready to move on with me, shift to your tippy toes. Hug the elbows in towards the midline and lower down towards your low plank position, holding for just a moment. Now enjoy an upward facing dog. For the first round, if you'd like to release the knees down towards the floor, you can. Maybe take the gaze right, take the gaze left. Find that lift within the low back, open up to the heart. Lift your knees, lift your thighs if they're not there already, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Take your gaze forward, step hop, float to the top of your space. Take a halfway lift, lengthen the heart forward, and exhale, surrender down. Inhale, chair, sit back into your heels, reach your biceps up by the ears. Squeeze the belly in towards the low back. Nice, you guys. Sit back a little deeper so that you can wiggle your 10 toes right here. Now as you exhale, chair plane, lift hands, lift heels. The heel lift is optional. Press the palms towards one another. Can you sit a little lower while keeping the heels high? Again, inhale, sit back, chair. Exhale, chair plane, lift hands, lift heels. We're taking one more just like that. Squeeze in our thighs. Good. Sit back, inhale. Chair plane, lift hands, lift heels. I want you to hold those heels high. Challenge your balance and stand up tall. Good, nice balance. You got it. Hold the heels up and then forward fold release. Take your halfway lift, heart forward, tail back. And then take your chaturanga. If you are floating back, you're going straight down into that low plank position. Skip it if you want to. Meet me in downward facing dog. All right, you guys, let's get moving. Lift your right leg as you inhale. Turn your right hip down. As you exhale, knee to nose. 2 more times. Lift up. Hug it in, knee to nose. 1 more. Lift up. Hug your knee a little tighter towards the nose. Find that cat-like shape. And then release the foot in between the palms. Take a few stretches. Warm up to the back of that right side. Awaken the hips right here. Now we are going to set up for warrior 1. So as you find your bend to the front knee, that 90-degree shape, bump up the back foot if you need to. Inhale, warrior 1. Spiral your right hip back as you slide the left hip forward. My left heel is grounded down towards the floor, feeling that length down the back of the calf. Now interlace the hands behind the back, noticing which pinky is on top right here. Take a lift of the heart. Lift the thumbs higher off the hips, and then humble it down. Keep the bind. Release your shoulder down towards the knee. Head hangs heavy. Trying to keep the palms towards one another. Keep that core activated. Now we're going to keep the bind right here. Extend back up to where you started. We're back in the warrior 1. Without shortening the stance, I want you to shift straight towards that right leg. Find warrior 3. Now if the bind is too much for you, feel free to take the thumbs to the breastbone. We're not gripping the right toes. Both your hips are square to the floor. Now release the bind to airplane your wings. Keep the balance. Start to bend your right knee. And then lower down to low lunge, still with the airplane wings right here. So the head is forward, the left heel is back. We're going to fire up the sides of the body right here. Keep the lower body as is and just reach your biceps by the ears. Stretch. Pull the belly in a little tighter, and then as you exhale, just open up warrior 2. Feel the left heel find its way to the back edge of your mat. Right knee is in that 90-degree shape. We're going to hold the lower body as is. Stretch your fingertips forward, and then open up to side angle. Arms reach to 6 and 12. Left side body reaches up towards the sky. Slide your right arm into the thigh beneath you. Now you have the option to stay here, or start to reach forward. We're moving on to half moon. Use your block, your water bottle, if you need to. Find some length. Left heel is extended long back behind you as the head is extended forward. Now with as much control as you can, start to find the bend through the right knee. Quietly release down, back to warrior 2. Good, you guys. Hold that bend, reverse your warrior. Reach your fingertips up and back while sinking the shoulder away from the ear. Can you sit lower? That's it, you guys. Now cartwheel the hands down. Take your chaturanga. Maybe it's ekapada. When you're ready, meet me in your downward facing dog. Good. We're going to take that nice and slow on the left side so that we know where we're going before we flow right to movement. So when you're ready, inhale, left leg up. Take that knee in towards the nose, shift forward. Again, lift up, knee towards the nose. You got one more. Lift high, hug your knee in a little closer towards the nose. And when you're ready, step the foot through. Again, take some stretches and bends of the left side. Settling to 90, knee in line with the ankle. Bump that right foot up if you need to find yourself in warrior one as you breathe in. Right hip draws forward again. So your shoulders and your hips are square. Sitting a little lower through that left side. Now interlace your hands behind your back. Take the other pinky on top this time. This time it's my left. We lift the hands, lift the heart high. Hold the bind, humble down. Left shoulder slides down to the left knee. Keeping that balance, not gripping your toes. Right heel stays pressing down towards the floor. Now hold that bind, return back up to where you started. Good, you got it? Ready to shift forward, warrior three. Now spiral your right pinky toe down to the floor. Draw your hips so they're square towards the earth. Release your bind, airplane wings. Start to bend through the left side, quietly release down to that lunge position. Now my right heel is off the floor, good. Now hold the lower body as is, just stretch your biceps forward. Fire it up. And then when you're ready, exhale, open up, warrior two. Press the left thigh back behind you. Right toes slightly rotated in. Hold your body as it is. Just extend the left fingertips forward. Find that long line and then open straight up, side angle. This time the right side of the body fires up, rotating up to the side, the sky. Now again, option to stay here or take your gaze down, start to shift forward. Use that buck, use the water bottle if you need it to find your way to your half moon. Your hips are square towards the side wall. Your right heel is extended back. Quietly bend your left knee and return back to where you started, maybe even sitting a little deeper. Good, that's it. Hold your bend, reverse, stretch your fingertips up and back. Relax your left shoulder. And then when you're ready, exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Take your chaturanga if you did so on the other side. So yogis, that is our flow. We're taking a breath to movement 2 more times each side. But before we do, let's take a deep breath in. Let it go. Take your gaze forward, step, hop, float to the top. Take your lift, heart forward, tail back, and then surrender down, forward fold. Inhale, chair, sit back into those heels. As you exhale, chair plane, lift hands, lift heels, 2 more rounds like that. That's it, sit low, inhale. Exhale, chair plane, lift hands, lift heels. You've got 1 more chance here. Sit back, biceps up. Exhale, chair plane, lift hands, lift heels. Hold the heels high, stand up tall. And then swan dive it down or hands to the breastbone. Take your lift and then take your chaturanga high to low. Elbows hugging. Lift up. Skip the push-ups if you want, you guys. When you're ready, inhaling right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, low lunge. Foot in between the palms. Bump that left foot up. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, interlace. Keep the bend of the front knee. Inhale, lift and lengthen, heart high. Exhale, humble it down, right shoulder, right knee. Inhale, keep the bind, stack shoulders over hips. Find that balance. Exhale, warrior three. That's it, release your bind, airplane wings. Start to bend your right knee, lower down quietly. Reach your biceps forward, stretch. Exhale, warrior two, spiral open. Reach the fingertips forward. Extend open, side angle. If you're ready, start to shift forward. Take that half moon. Use the block if you need it. Quietly bend that right knee. Sit low. Good, nice control. Reverse your warrior. And then take that chaturanga, high to low. Skip it if you want. Same thing, left side. Left leg, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Again, lift high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one, bump that right foot up. Square off the shoulders and the hips. Exhale, interlace, good. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your thumbs. And then humble it down, left shoulder, left knee. Keep the bind, stand up tall. We shift forward, warrior three. Release your bind, airplane your wings, hold that balance. Lower down, right heels off the floor. Stretch your fingertips forward, biceps reach by the ears. Good, you guys, open up, warrior two. Hold that bend, stretch your fingertips forward. Open to side angle. Stay here, start to shift forward. We move on to that half moon. Flex through the foot. Bend your left knee, quietly release back down to warrior two. Good, reverse, stretching. Cartwheel it down, high to low. So yogis, we are doing that one more time each side. Take your gaze forward, make your way up to the top. Take your lift, heart forward. Forward fold. Inhale, shift. Sit back, little lower. Just one round, chair plane, lift hands, lift heels. Hold the heels high, stand up tall. Good, nice balance, forward fold, release. Halfway lift. Take your chaturanga if you choose. Shift to the tippy toes. All right, we're finishing our final round right here. Right leg up. Exhale, step it straight through in between the palms. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, interlace, good. Inhale, lift your thumbs. Hold that balance. Exhale, humble. Keep the bind, inhale. Shift forward, warrior three. Once you find that stability, airplane wings. Bend, release down. Biceps reach forward. Exhale, open up. Stretch fingers forward. Side angle. Shift, half moon. Maybe not using the block that time. Release down, warrior two. Hold the bend, reverse. Good, sit a little deeper with that right side. Cartwheel it down, high to low. One final side, yogis, and our first break is here. Inhale, left. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, bump it up. Warrior one. Exhale, interlace. Heart high, thumbs up. Humble it down. Keep the bind. Stack shoulders over hips. Good. Warrior three, you guys know where you're going. Shift it, hold that balance. My lights are turning off. Airplane your wings. Bend your knee. Release down. Airplane wings still. Now reach your fingertips forward. Fire up the sides. Open up, warrior two. Reach the fingertips forward. Side angle. We're going back to that half moon one more time. Extend the heel long back behind you. And now bend the left knee. Finishing warrior two right here. Hold the bend, reverse. Stretch your fingertips up and back. And then cartwheel the hands down. Take that chaturanga and then meet me in downward facing dog. Take your downward facing dog right here. Take a breath in. And then let the breath go. Good, you guys. Feel free to drop down. Grab a sip of water if you need it. Your first break is here. How are we feeling? Good? All right. So once you find your sip of water, we're gonna make our way onto our backs. Oh, Katie, good, you made it. All right, so finding your way onto your backs. This is where we start to fire up the core a little bit more, as if we haven't already been working through the abdominals already. We're gonna do it a little bit more. All right, so if you wanna skip the core work, absolutely, feel free to do so. This is your practice. If not, we're gonna find our way onto our back, hug your knees in towards the chest, give yourself a nice big rock side to side. Ooh, enjoying that release within the hips here. All right, left foot down, right foot finds its way to the thigh. We are now in a figure four right here. Figure four, hands behind the head, elbows will remain wide. From here, exhale up, down. Now, if you prefer to take traditional push-ups, sit-ups, absolutely feel free to do so. Right knee staying forward for 2. Now hold it up, we find tiny little pulses. So the bottom edges of your shoulder blades are hovering off the floor. Little lift. 8. You got it. We're gonna hover the foot in 3. We're back to the singles. Exhale up, down, exhale up. Exhaling every time you lift, ribs to hips. You got 4 more. Up. 2 more. All right, hold that lift, tiny little pulses. We pump up, up. You guys, the core work is short and sweet, so I challenge you to stay with me. You've got 4, 3. Reach your fingertips forward. Extend the left heel towards the front of your mat. Down 2, up 2. Again, keep that figure 4 shape. 2 more times. Down 2. 1 more. Hold that heel hovering. Lift your upper body up a little higher for 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in. You got 1 more side right here. Right foot down, left foot on top of the thigh. Hands behind the head. We're going back to the singles in 3, 2, exhale up. Exhale up. Not pulling on the head and neck, taking a break when and if you need it. For 4, 3, 2, hold it up, little tiny pulses. Find that moment where your core, the abdominals start to shake right here. You've got 4, 3, we're back to the singles, hover the right foot, exhale up, up. That's it, you guys, almost there. 4 more than we pulse, exhale up. 3. You ready to hold that lift? Give me tiny little pulses, little pulls, up. Feel your ribs slide closer to the hips for 4, 3, 2, extend those fingertips forward, right heel long. Slide it in. 3, keep those shoulder blades hovering. 2, that's it. 1 more, hold it right here. Lift up, hug your knees in. Nice work, you guys. Let's extend the toes forward and the fingertips back. Enjoy that stretch. All right, so we are moving on to our balancing section right here, slowing down. Give yourself a few rocks forward and back until you have the momentum to meet in your downward facing dog. If you need a sip of water on your way there, go for it. So we're gonna find our way, moving to our balancing, excuse me. Come back to the breath. Tailbone lifts a little higher, heart pushes a little closer towards the thighs. Let's take a deep breath in. Open up, let it go. All right, right leg lifts up. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Warrior 1, just like we did in the B section, release your heel down. Lift your biceps up. So we've been here before. I want you to sit a little deeper now. We're going to take a variation of the upper body. If you choose not to take that variation, stay as you are. If you're moving on with me, right forearm presses into the bicep. So we're in this position right here, just like this, stretching through the tricep. We're going to hold this position for the next few moments. So if it does become uncomfortable, maybe take your thumbs to the breastbone. So humble it down. Release your right elbow down towards the right knee as you continue to frame the biceps by the ears. Left heel staying down. Keep that stretch within the forearm and the tricep. And now return back to where you started, still with the biceps framing the ears. Shoulders are stacked over hips. Now we've been here before, we're gonna shift back to our warrior three. This is gonna challenge your balance right here. If you don't like it, thumbs to your breastbone, absolutely. Your right elbow is extending forward. Good, you guys stay with me. Now quietly, as you release back down to warrior one, release that arm variation, biceps are back up. Now lengthen your front leg. Squaring the hips, squaring the shoulders. As you exhale, revolve your triangle. Left hand comes down either towards the inner arch of the right foot, or for the full expression towards the outer arch of the right foot. Now, of course, if you need some length, use your block, use your water bottle. Take it whatever variation feels best for your body, twisting through the torso. Reaching the right fingertips up, all while keeping the left heel grounding down, enjoying that stretch within the right side. Now we're gonna keep this revolved position. Start to bend your front knee, your right knee, and take revolved half moon. So now my hand slides either towards the earth to block the water bottle, as the left heel extends long back behind you. Keeping the right arm reaching up towards the sky. Stay with me. Start to bend your right knee. Quietly release down to low lunge twist. So releasing the hand from the block or the water bottle. Coming back to that deep bend of the front knee. Now hold the twisted position still. We open twist, high lunge twist. Turning your shoulders towards the side wall. Maybe even taking the gaze towards the right fingertips. Can you sit a little deeper within the right side? Nice, you guys. Now exalt it. Right hand reaches down to the left thigh as you take your left fingertips up to the sky. Challenging your balance right here. I want you to keep this position, but start to lower your left knee down towards the floor while keeping the gaze up. Untuck your toes. As you exhale, half splits. Send your right heel towards the front of your mat. Slide your right hip back, right toes up to the sky. Now, if you need some support, take something underneath the hands if you need it. If full splits are in your practice, by all means, feel free to take a moment and find them now. Enjoy as you extend the heart forward. Feel that length down the back of the right side, all the way to the hip. Coming back to the breath. Now, if you are in full splits, start to make your way back up to that half split position. Now, my left hip is in line with the left knee. I'm going to challenge your core, your abdominals, and also your quad right here on the right side. Hover your right heel off the floor. It doesn't need to lift very high. You'll feel it right away. And now as you release the foot back down, standing splits, left heel up to the sky. Play around with some Shiva squats, maybe in a balance challenge. Yogi of handstand hops are in your practice by all means. Feel free to take them there. Balling your fingertips towards that right foot, not gripping your toes. Again, maybe take that balance challenge hand to the calf. My balance is totally off today, so I won't be taking that variation. Lift that heel a little higher towards the sky, and then as you exhale, let's find our way to frog. Feet crawl out 2 max distance apart. Shift side to side. And then when you're ready, close your eyes. Elbows press into the thighs. Roll the shoulders open. Nice, you guys. Staying here. Good. Press the heels down. Now, if crow is in your practice, by all means, feel free to take it. Any inversion, arm balance that you'd like to take, I'm going to stay right here and enjoy this. Wherever you're at. So to make your way back to your frog, if you are not there already. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, forward fold, hands down, tail high, feet hips distance apart. Slide your hands underneath the ball ends of the feet. We are finding our way to gorilla. Shifting the toes, giving them a little wiggle towards the wrist crease. Bend into the knees if you need to, folding the body in half. Head hangs heavy. Weight is forward. Release your fingertips from underneath the feet. Feel free to keep your feet hips distance apart. Take a halfway lift. And then take a chaturanga, high to low. We get to do the exact same thing. Left side. Left leg lifts. As you exhale, step it through. Bump that right foot up if you need to. Inhale. Warrior one. Again, pull the right hip forward. Again, we're moving on to that arm variation. So now my left forearm is in towards the bicep. My left hand comes towards the middle of my back. Again, if this is uncomfortable for you, you can keep the biceps by the ears of the thumbs to the breastbone. And then as you exhale, release down. Right heel presses down, not gripping the toes. And now keep that arm variation, come back up to where you started, still with that forearm pressing in towards the bicep. And then we start to shift forward, warrior three. Your right heel pulls back as the left elbow reaches forward. Again, as you start to bend your left knee, release the right foot back down, warrior one, release that arm variation, biceps reach up, right hip draws down. Now lengthen the left leg. Again, as we revolve our triangle, right hand can come to the inner arch of the left foot or to the outer side, whatever feels best for your body. Again, if you need a block, feel free. Twisting the left arm up to the sky, keeping the right heel down towards the floor. Left fingertips reach all the way up. Now start to bend your left side as you shift forward to that revolved half moon. Right heel extends back. Left arm reaches up. Keep the twist right here. We're holding the twist. Start to bend your left knee until you release down to that low lunge twist. Right arm down, left arm up. And then again, keep the twist, open twist. Stack shoulders over hips. Good, feel the fingertips reach to opposite sides of the room right here. And now exalt. Left hand, right thigh. Right arm reaches up, sit lower. Enjoy that lift within the low back. Hold the gaze up. Release your right knee down to the floor. Untuck the toes. Feel that stretch as you slide the right thigh down. And then half splits. Left heel extends forward. Again, squaring up the hips, heart forward. Enjoy that lengthening from the hip down to the heel. Full splits, go for it, feel free. Again, if you are in full splits, make your way back to that half split. If you are taking that abdominal, that quad challenge right here, cover the left heel off the floor. Barely lifting if you can, and then when you place that foot down towards the floor, shift forward, standing splits. Taking whatever variation you took on the other side, maybe there's Shiva squats, balance challenge, handstand hops, whatever you want. One more breath in as you lift that right leg a little higher, then as you exhale, forward fold. Take your halfway lift, and then step maybe back into a high plank position. High plank right here. Take those shifts forward and back. Nice, you guys. Good. Now hold that shift forward. I want you to take as much time as you can as you lower down towards your stomach, but take the time, take the control. Good, nice carry. And then when you are ready, release your stomach down towards the floor. Interlace your hands behind your back. Try to take your non-dominant pinky on top. Again, release the breath out. As you inhale, lift up. Feet lift, heart lifts, thumbs lift high off the hips. Try to keep the inner thighs hugging in towards one another. Lift the thumbs a little higher as you extend the bound fingers back. Pulling the navel in, one more inhale. Exhale, release your chin, followed by left ear. Just allow your body to relax down towards the earth. Toes in, heels out. Palms up. Now, if you don't want to stay here another moment or so, absolutely. We're going to take the same variation, bringing the chin back to the mat, hugging the inner thighs towards one another. Again, interlacing the hands, release your breath out. And then as you inhale, lift back up. Maybe this time around you lift a little higher. Release the wrinkles from the back of the neck. Pull your navel in. One more breath. Exhale, chin followed by your right ear, and then just surrender down. Bring your chin back to the mat. Bring your thumbs to the breastbone, tuck your toes. Now in one powerful long line, push up, high plank, and then back to your child's pose. Knees wide, toes touch. This time, bring the thumbs to the nape of the neck. Enjoy that release within the low back. Yogis, from here on out, we slow everything down. When you're ready, downward facing dog. As you find your way to that downward facing dog, twist your toes to the left, heels to the right. Bend the knees. And then swap out toes, right, heels, left, bend the knees. Heels back to center. Right leg lifts up, and then as you exhale, half pigeon. If you have that block and you need some space, or excuse me, you have a little bit of space, feel free to take that block underneath your hips. If you prefer to take half pigeon, supine figure 4 on your back, go for it. Lift through the low back, and then as you exhale, surrender down. Maybe the forehead finds its way to your two fists, your forearms. You want your upper body to relax as much as the lower body right here. If your body is calling for you to stay here for a little bit longer, absolutely feel free to do so. If you are ready to move on, make your way back up to the palms. If you're on your back, you can stay on your back too. Tuck your left toes, send your right leg up, and then take a scorpion. Shake out the leg. If you prefer to flip, absolutely take what you need. Get that fresh blood flowing through the body. And then we swap out. Our left leg will slide up. And then as you exhale, place the foot down, lifting through the low back. Exhale, release. Again, using the block if you need it. When you are ready, once your body feels balanced, feels even, make your way back up to the palms. Good. Tuck the toes, send that left leg high. Shake it out, flip it, whatever you need. If you are on your back, make your way up to a seated position. We find our way back to our final downward facing dog. Maybe the heart flexes a little closer towards the thighs, spiral the shoulders. Take the gaze forward. Your final step up, float to the top, and then take a seat, extending the heels forward. Find this L-like shape. Biceps up, lengthening, lifting to the low back, flexing through the feet, and then as you exhale, hinge forward. Tight hamstrings, feel free to bend through the knees as much as you would like. You can find a rounded spine or a nice long spine, up to you. And now bring your feet to the floor. Extend your fingertips forward and then lower yourself all the way down towards your back. And then when you find your way down the entire length of the spine on the mat, bring your heels a little closer towards the glutes. We're setting up for one round of bridge or wheel. When you're ready, lift your hips up. Release the tension from the glutes right here. If you'd like, interlace the fingers, shimmy the shoulders underneath you. Again, release the tension from the glutes if you were in that wheel, pressing your chest towards the back of the room. If you have those bound fingers, release them right here. Slowly lower your tailbone down to the mat. And when the tailbone does reach the earth, take happy baby. Press the tailbone down, give yourself a little rock side to side. And then take legs up the wall. Flex through the feet. Lengthen to the backs of the legs. Feel that rush of energy from the heels to the hips. If you would like to take a supported shoulder stand or a plow, absolutely take that time and find it now. Nice, you guys. Wherever you are at, slowly roll yourself all the way back down. Hug your knees into the chest. Flex again through the feet. And then extend the left heel long towards the front of your mat as you draw the right knee in. Take a breath in. And then exhale, twist. Shift the left hip so it slides underneath the right. Gazing towards the right side. Coming back to center, drawing the knees back in. Give yourself another little shift side to side. Realign for a moment. And then right heel forward, left knee in. Take that breath in. And then as you exhale, twist. Shifting the right hip underneath the left. And then hugging the knees back in towards your chest, giving yourself one final rock side to side. One final shift. If your body needs anything else before you finish out this practice, I encourage you to take it now. If and when you are ready, extend the legs nice and long towards the outer corners of your mat, allowing the hands to fall down towards the sides of the body. And before you settle in, take your deepest breath in, filling all the way up. And then open up the mouth and let it go. I'm encouraging you to find 2 minutes here where you find complete stillness. Resist every urge to fidget your body. Not wiggling the fingers, just melting off into the space. A mother's greatest gift, my mother's greatest gift, was the opportunity to be a mother. She and my father gave me a childhood filled with important things in life: love, acceptance, passion, and humor. My mother taught me about traditions, like why having marshmallows on sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving dinner year after year was okay, why singing lessons are good for you even though you hate them, and why a dose of laughter alongside with a Flintstone vitamin and green vegetables must be a part of your daily diet. If I am like my mother, I am the person that I've always wanted to be. The greatest gift from my mother, the best mother in the world, was a lesson about how to be a mother myself. Start to bring physical awareness into your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes. And then extending the arms all the way back behind you as you reach your toes forward. Find that stretch, that reach, that tug of war. And then pull your way into a tight little ball, rolling off to either side of your space, taking a moment, thanking yourself. Rolling up to a seated position, hands apart. We take a final breath together. Take a deep breath in. Open up and let it all go. Bring your hands to your third eye. Yogis, as always, it was my honor to guide you through this practice. Namaste.